Kimura, ¿cómo estás? ¿Estás bien? Did you guys have a good weekend? See? Kimura, ¿cómo estás? ¿Estás bien? Oh, very good, Kimura. Where does she go to school? I see. Muy bien. That's fun. Haley, how about you? How was your weekend? So, Kimura, your sister's going to be there all through until Thanksgiving? Is that like just Thanksgiving break? Hi, Nikki. I see. Okay, that's cool. Where's everybody at this morning? Are we slow, slow, slow? Let me give them a nudge. Okay, so let's be thinking, you guys, about making our sentence plural. Way back last week, you guys, right? Way back last week, we practiced, we did some online. I had like a whiteboard up and we tried to do some practice using the verb ser. Yo soy, tú eres, él, ella, and usted es. Nosotros somos, ustedes son, ellos son, right? And we took our sentences and we made them plural. So I'm asking you here, you guys, in the chat, give it a try. How would we make ella plural? How do we make es plural? And how do we make turista plural? Okay, and then we put it all together, right? There you go, Maria Lisa. Good job. Okay, good, Kimura. Pop it in the chat, you guys. Remember, our chat is our dumping, right? We dump everything in there. So it's our scrap paper. Buenos dias, Charlie, Carolina, Aslan, Priscilla, Elizabeth. ¿Cómo estamos? So think about this. How do we make ella plural? How do we make s plural? How do we make turista plural? And put them together. That's it, you guys. Y'all know this. Elizabeth, muy bien. Arshas, buenos dias. ¿Qué tal? Kevin, Aslan, Akari, ¿cómo estás? Priscilla, did I say good morning? Buenos dias a ti. All right, you guys behind me, let's rewrite this sentence. How do we make ella plural? What is the plural of s? How do we make turista plural? Put it together. You guys can do this. Show me. Because without feedback from you, it's like I'm talking to the wall, right? I need some feedback from you. Pop it in the chat, por favor. How do I make it plural? Take it one word at a time. Good, Aslan. Give it a try, you guys. Pop it in the chat. Very good, Heaven. Perfect. Good morning, Dallas. Arshus, have I heard from you in the chat? Priscilla? Very good, James. Haley, have I heard from you? Nikki? Charlie? Just don't let it intimidate you. How do we make ella plural? How do we make s plural? How do we make turista plural? How do we make s plural? Good morning, Stacy. Good, Priscilla. Good job. Anybody else? How do we make this plural? Ella es turista. She's a tourist. And we want to say they are tourists. How do we do it? How do we make ella plural? How do we make es plural? How do we make turista plural? What form of the verb ser goes with the plural for ella? Put it together. Okay, take a look at my screen. Let's go ahead and get started. All righty. Take a look, you guys. What is our plural of S? How do we go from he or she or it is? There you go, Kimura, to they are. Clase, remember we just go from left to right. The plural of S is son. So if you said ellas son turistas, and I'll put it in the chat, so check the chat. Ellas son turistas, you're absolutely right. Okay. So yo soy, I am. Tú eres, you are. Él, ella, and usted es, right? He is, she is, it is, or you are, if it's formal. Nosotros somos, we are. Ustedes son, you all are. And ellos or ellas son, they are. Okay. And then when do we use this verb? When we talk about where we come from, what we do for a living, and to describe people or things where it's a permanent kind of a deal. So in other words, if you're tall, if you're short, if you're smart, if you're not, right? Or whatever. If you're pretty, if you're not, okay? And all of those things are permanent characteristics. And we would use this, right? So tú eres estudiantes or estudiante. Tú eres joven, you're young. Tú eres, I don't know what, alto or alta, if you're a girl, right? You're tall. Tú eres inteligente, you're intelligent, okay? Right? All of these things we would use this form of ser, meaning to be, okay? All right, so what we're going to do today, ¿qué vamos a hacer hoy? We are going, I'm going to stop sharing that real quick. We are going to finish practicing with this verb, okay? And then I'm hoping if you guys participate and this moves quickly, then what I'm hoping is we have some time at the end of the hour to do some work time, because the 12th, which is Wednesday, is that right? Is progress reports come due. So you guys got to have all your stuff in, all your work turned in. So the quicker we move through class, you answer, we participate, right? Then you can have some work time at the end. Okay. All right. Any questions? No preguntas? All right. So I'm gonna put a screen up here, or a slide up here, thing up here. Anyway, let me get there. And you will put your answers in the chat. Let me get this loaded up. 1 second, it's thinking. All right. All right. Make sure that you can see my screen and make sure you can hear. And again, if you don't know the answer, what are you supposed to put in the chat? Can I say you're supposed to put IDK in the chat? That way you're giving me feedback, right? And I get a better sense of what you know and what you don't know, right? Okay. All right. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Thumbs up. Everybody ready? Elizabeth, Aslan, Dallas, Stacy, Melanie, Lay, Kevin's ready. Priscilla's ready. Melanie's ready. All right, let's do this.
Hola. The verb ser means to be, as in.
We're going to skip. Skip.
Hola. The verb ser means to be, as in, it's 8 o'clock, son las 8. Or, I'm a teacher, soy profesora.
Okay, here we go. First question. You're putting your answers in the chat. What does the verb ser mean? Does it mean to know, to have, or to be? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Muy bien. It means to be. It's one of those verbs, you guys. So you should have said C. It's one of those verbs, right? That is a verb. It's an action, but it's not a verb of motion, right? We don't see moving parts. We don't see moving things. We don't see people running or talking, right? Or whatever, dancing, right? But it's still an action. We exist, right? Okay, muy bien. Yes.
The great thing about Spanish verbs is that you know who is doing the action by the form of the verb. So that when I say soy, you know I'm talking about myself. And when I say somos, I'm talking about both of us. You're now going to learn the forms, that is the conjugation of the verb ser.
Hola, chicos y chicas.
All right. So conjugation means that we're changing the verb to fit the subject, right? We know that soy goes with yo. We know that eres goes with tú. Okay, that's all a conjugation is, right?
Chicos y chicas, soy el joven G, here with another grammar concept.
The present tense of the verb ser. In Spanish, the verb ser links the subject to a description or definition. But just like the English verb to be, the verb ser has a different form depending on who the subject is. If the subject...
All right, so in English, you don't say I be or I is. Well, you're not supposed to say that anyway. What do we say? We say I, is it A or B? I am. And so you guys, that is a conjugation, right? That's what you just did. And that's what we're doing in Spanish, right? No different. Okay. So yeah, let's just go.
If the subject of the person talking, yo, the form is soy.
Yo soy Juan García.
If the subject is the person...
Yeah, we skip this. I apologize.
Is the person being spoken to, and it's someone you're familiar with, use tú. The form of ser is eres.
¿Tú? ¿Tú eres Juan García?
To say not, put the word no in front of the verb.
Tú no eres Juan García.
If the subject...
Okay, tú no eres Juan García. Is it A or B? Tú no eres Juan García. A or B? Okay, muy bien. You, right? Tú is you. Eres is the form that goes with tú. So you are not Juan García. Muy bien. A.
If the subject is the person you're speaking to and you want to be polite, use usted. The form of ser is then es.
¿Quién es usted?
If the subject is a third person,
Okay, what are the two ways a person can say you are in Spanish? So one is informal and one is formal. Is it A, yo soy and tú eres? Is it B, yo soy and usted es? Or is it C, tú eres and usted es? So what are the two ways a person can say you are in Spanish? A, B, or C? Okay. All right, muy bien. Tú eres is the informal you are, and usted es is the formal. But remember, you guys, these are singular when we are talking to one person, right? One person. Tú is one person, right? Usted is one person. All right, muy bien.
a third person,
Marta.
the form is also es.
¿Quién es ella? Ella es Marta. Marta, ¿él es Juan García? No, él no es Juan García.
Okay, skipping.
In the plural, the verb said has three forms.
Nosotros somos de España. Ustedes no son de España. Ellos no son de España.
¿De dónde es Tomás, Rogelio?
Tomás y su familia son de la República Dominicana.
Okay, it says they are from the Dominican Republic. Would it be A or B? A or B? How do we say they are? Is it A or B? If you don't know, that's what you tell me. A or B? Okay, muy bien. So you guys are telling me A, son de la República Dominicana. Now, here's what we need to notice. Notice, you guys, we are talking about they, right? These two people or whoever, they are from the Dominican Republic. They. Notice we do not have the word in the sentence ellos. We don't have to say ellos son, right? It's based on context, right? Because it's that word. They don't duplicate themselves like English, right? You are and they are, right? So that's why in English we have to say you are and we have to say they are, because are is the same word. Not so in Spanish, okay?
República Dominicana. Pero la mamá de Tomás es de Colombia.
¿De veras? Mi mejor amiga Clara es de la República Dominicana y Alberto y Carlos son de Colombia. Sí, sí. Y la profesora de español, señora Ricardo, es de Colombia. Y mi
Okay, Señora Ricardo is from Colombia. So is it A or B? That's correct. Come on. Is it A or B? Muy bien. Good. So again, you guys, singular, she, we're talking about Señora Ricardo, talking about her. So she is, ella es. Okay, muy bien.
Colombia. Y mi amigo...
Pilar,
Bueno. Mira, Rogelio, son las 11, tengo que irme.
Hasta luego, Julia.
Adiós.
Yo creo que sí, le gusta.
Okay, now it's your turn. How would we fill in the blank? Talking to Laura. How would we fill in the blank, you guys? Good, Marilisa. Good. Come on, good. Let me hear from everyone. Good, Nikki. Good, Elizabeth. Good, Arshas. See? Lay, Melanie. Good, Priscilla. Heaven, how about you? Oh, you answered that. Good job, Heaven. Carolina, what's your answer? Tú eres. Very good, you guys. Yay, give yourselves a round of applause. Muy bien, tú eres. Tú eres muy inteligente. Okay.
Laura, tú eres muy inteligente.
Okay. Jorge y Pedro no de Cuba. So what do you think, you guys? Singular or plural? Talking to them, talking about them? What's your choice? Muy bien. Pop it in the chat. If you don't know, you don't know. That's what you tell me. Melanie? Good. Elizabeth? Aslan, haven't heard from you. James? Nikki, good job. Akari? Stacy? Okay, so if Jorge y Pedro are plural, we're talking about them. Yeah, we're saying they are not from Cuba. They, ellos. So if you said son, right, A, B, C, or D, I guess, if you said D, then you're correct.
Jorge y Pedro no son de Cuba.
Okay, what's your answer here? Yo no blank de Puerto Rico. Good, Elizabeth. Marilisa, muy bien. Remember, if we don't know, that's what we tell me. Good, Arshus. Heaven, muy bien. It's yo. Stacy, muy bien. Sí, Kimura, Nikki, good job. Lay, how about you? Melanie? James, good job. Carolina? You guys, one of the easiest ways to remember is yo is Y-O, right? Flip-flop the Y-O and it becomes soy. So whatever this would have been, A, B, C, D, E, F, soy. Okay, good job. Yo no soy. I'm not from Puerto
Yo no soy de Puerto Rico.
I'm not from Puerto Rico. All right, let's see. We're gonna skip. We're gonna skip vosotros. We don't use. Okay, muy bien. All right, give me a 3, 2, 1. How are you feeling about this verb? And how to come up with the right answers? 3, 2, 1. Carlin, por supuesto. See? All right. See, muy bien. Okay. All righty. Well, that's what we're doing here, right? Okay, I'm going to put a link in the chat and join me, por favor. Join me. Should look something like this when you get in there. Let me know if you have any troubles. Click on that link in chat, you guys. There's a code. I see 5 of you in. There are 18 of you, so I need 13 more. Keep it coming. I have 7 of you. Need the rest of you. Rápido. I need 9 more. So it's pretty simple stuff. It just says match the form. So what do we have this line for? Well, let's say I want to say I don't know. Let's do a tu. Right? I can drag and drop my tu on this side, and then on this side, you guys, I'm going to just pick the form of ser that would match with tu. So which one would I drag over here, you guys, to match tu? I'm just going to make columns. Very good. Yes. So I'm just going to pick up the eres. Right? And that's all I'm doing. Okay, guys, tu eres. So take your time. Make sure that you submit when you're finished, okay? And if you're having troubles connecting, you need to tell me, por favor. I still need 4 more of you in. Aslan, Carolina. There you are, Carolina. James, Nikki, and Stacy. I need y'all in here. Make sure that you submit when you're done, but take your time. There's no hurry. Really, James, it doesn't show me that. It's interesting. Aslan and Nikki, it's not, it's showing me that you're not in. Are you in? Are you having troubles? Yes, Kamora. Okay, Nick. Huh, interesting. It's not showing Aslan, James, or Nikki as being in. We'll start moving some stuff around and maybe it'll pop up for me. Charlie, are you in the Nearpod? Akari? Yeah, so you're talking about yourself, right? Lay? We need to be in the Nearpod. Melanie, is it still not working for you? All right, good job, Priscilla. Muy bien, Elizabeth. Don't forget to submit when you're done. Okay, good, Melanie. Good job, Arshus. See. Aslan, how are you doing? Good job, Catalina. Keep it up. Come on, Haley, you got this. See. James, I don't see you working in Nearpod, James, for whatever reason. Good job, Melissa. Melanie. Nicely done, Melanie. Nikki. Muy bien, Nikki. Good job, Stacy. Keep it up. All righty. Let's see. All right, let's see how you did, you guys. So we had tú eres. And let's do a Bob y yo. So remember, you guys, anytime it's and I, it's we, which is nosotros. And therefore we would say somos, right? Bob y yo somos. Bob and I are. Okay. Then we had Señorita Rivas, which is, we're talking about her, right? I lost my thing. And we would be saying she, and therefore es, right? Señorita Rivas es. We can also say Lupe es, right? Javier es, right? If we're talking, come on, you can do this for me. Javier, no, es. These are tricky, right? Sometimes they don't always want to move the way you want them to. Then we had Mario y tú. And remember, you guys, that our and you is meaning we're talking to someone, right? So we're saying you and Mario and you, right? Mario and you. So Mario and you are students. You and Mario are students. So it would be son, right? Son. Of course, I can't drag and drop worth the darn, but there we go. Mario y tú son. So the tricky one was me llamo Susie. My name is Susie, and I am a student or whatever. So for this one, it would be soy. I'm talking about myself, aren't I? Right, you guys? Yes, I'm talking about myself. So soy. Come down here, soy. There we go. Right? I'm talking about myself. My name is Susie and I, whatever. Okay. Then we had Senor Smith, Senor Jones, and we're talking about them and it's plural. So they would be son. Okay. All right. You guys did a great job. Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. All right. You can back out of that Nearpod. The next practice that we're going to do real quickly, you guys, are you ready for this one? Remember our 4 skills. Reading, writing, listening, and speaking, right? Writing and speaking are really hard. The ones we have to focus on is listening too, because we can't answer or have a conversation if we don't understand what we're hearing, okay? So we're going to do a real quick listening thing. Now, here's what we're going to do, so listen carefully. If you are like a person who needs to write things down, like me, you might want to go ahead and get out a piece of scrap paper, Okay. If you're cool with using the chat as your scrap paper, then that's all you need to do, because we're just going to pop our answers in the chat. And we'll do a practice one so you'll know what we're doing. But essentially, here's what we're going to do. I am going to give you like a sentence in Spanish. Okay. And what I want you to do is you're going to write what you hear. So remember, we call these dictados. We did a couple of them when we were doing our numbers and stuff like that. So we're just going to do another dictado. So you will write what you hear. Is that clear to everyone? So give me a thumbs up. Okay. Now, again, if you're a paper person, that's cool, right? If you're cool with using the chat box as scrap paper, like I keep trying to tell us, right? That's just our scrap paper. Then that's what you're going to do. You're just going to use the chat box. Okay. The chat as scrap paper. Okay. So make sure that y'all can hear me, because this is a listening thing, right? You can go ahead and back out of the Nearpod, whatever. Make sure that you can hear me, see me, whatever you need to do. Okay. All right. So let's do a simple one, a real simple one. Okay. And so this is a practice. So if I say to you, for example, Rosa es estudiante. Rosa es estudiante. What you're going to write what you hear. So pop it in the chat. Rosa es estudiante. But you're writing what you hear. So you're not translating. You're putting it in Spanish, right? Rosa es estudiante. Good, Elizabeth. In Spanish, you're writing what you hear. You're not translating. Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. Now, I still have some folks that are opting out. Let me tell you something, you guys. You cannot opt out. All of these things that seem random practice to you serve a purpose. Okay. And you should have seen by now how when we practiced masculine, feminine, singular, plural, blah, 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 how it all comes into play here, okay, to make a sentence, right? So we need to participate. These are our practices, okay? Yes, a dictado means that you write what you hear. You're not translating. That's a different activity, right? You're writing what you hear, okay? So in chat, you should have said Rosa es estudiante. That's what you're typing. Now, you're saying to me, spell estudiante in Spanish. I don't care. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. I'm asking you to do your best. Okay. All right, here we go. Yo soy maestra. Yo soy maestra. What do you hear? Type it in Spanish in the chat. Good, Stacy. Good, Kimura. Good, Marilisa. Heaven, muy bien. Elizabeth, muy bien. Yo soy maestra. Good, Carlin. Good, Priscilla. Arsha's perfect. Perfect. Yo soy maestra, right? Okay, so take a look. Yes, but remember, we're typing in Spanish, right? Soy maestra, right? Yo soy maestra. Okay. All right, muy bien. All right, here's another one. Let's do nosotros somos amigos. Nosotros somos amigos. Good, Kimura. Good, Heaven. Good, Stacy. Elizabeth, muy bien. Good, Melanie. Nosotros somos amigos. Write down what you hear. James, I want to hear from you. Lay, Akari, Charlie, Carolina, Aslin, Nikki, have I heard from you? Nosotros somos amigos. Come on, you guys. Good, Arshus. Nosotros somos amigos. Okay, perfect, Haley. All right, who can tell me what it means? Nosotros somos amigos. Good, Priscilla. Who can tell me what it means? Very good. We are friends. We are friends, right? Muy bien. Nosotros somos amigos. So here it is in the chat. So check your answer. Okay, now some of you, a couple of you, I think, forgot to put the S on amigo. And the point in doing something like this is because it matters, right? Like everything has to be either singular in a sentence or everything has to be like plural, right? So, for example, in my warm up today, I asked you guys to make it plural. Ella es turista. Ellas son turistas, right? Everything has to be either singular or everything has to either be plural depending upon what we need to say, right? Okay, so S's and things matter, okay? Just like they do in English. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do usted es usted es doctora. Usted es doctora. Usted es doctora. Good, Elizabeth. Good, Kamora. Melissa, muy bien. Carlin, muy bien. Heaven, usted es doctora. Haley, muy bien. Usted es doctora. Sí, Arshus, muy bien. Okay. Who can tell me what it means? Yes, you're a doctor, right? Or are you a doctor in good English? Good, Melanie. Perfect. Female, doctora, right? So here's what you should have had, right? Just if you want to see your answer. I'll put it in the chat. Sorry, Haley, sent that to you by accident. There you go. Usted es doctora. Okay, muy bien. All right, let's switch up this dictado one more minute. We're going to switch it up. We're going to change it up a little bit. Okay. No notes, no nothing, right? You guys are challenging yourself today. I'm going to say to you, for example, soy. Yo soy. Can you tell me in English, what does it mean in the chat? Good, Kamora. Good, Heaven. Scylla, Melanie. Muy bien. Tell me, what does yo soy mean? Good. All right, good. Okay, you guys get it? So we're going to do it this way, right? We're translating in a way, but you're listening, right? All right. So, ellos son turistas. Ellos son turistas. Tell me what it means. Ellos son turistas. Tell me what it means. Yes, Elizabeth. Very good. Ellos son. What does it mean? You're translating. Ellos son turistas. So if you said they are tourists, you're absolutely right. Okay, couple more. Here we go. Ustedes son mujeres. Ustedes son mujeres. No Googling. Try to do it with no notes. What does it mean? Ustedes son mujeres. Very good, Kimura. Very good, Elizabeth. Good, Marlisa. Kevin, muy bien. Come on, you guys, give it a try. Ustedes son mujeres. Ustedes son. What does that mean? Ustedes son. Yes, but is it singular or plural? Ustedes son mujeres. So it can be translated as you all, ustedes son, you all are, mujeres, women would be a good translation. You all are women, or you all are wives, I guess, but you all are women, right? Yeah. Ustedes son, you all are. Ustedes son. Okay, let's try one more. Nosotros somos chicos. Nosotros somos chicos. What does it mean? Nosotros somos chicos. Good, Kimura. Good, Elizabeth. Chicos. Yep, good, Arshus. Come on, I want to hear from everyone. Nosotros somos chicos. Yeah, what's it mean, Melanie? That's correct. Good, Marlisa. Nosotros somos chicos. What's it mean? Or somos chicos. Somos chicos. What's it mean? Good, Melanie. Yes, you're right. Yes, Heaven. Somos chicos, right? We are boys, yeah, or we are teenagers, we are young men, right? Somos chicos. We are somos chicos boys, right? Yep. Or teens. Okay, muy bien. You guys did a good job. All right, let's decompress a little bit. I have a little game for us, a short game. Let me get it pulled up here. All right, I need everyone to join me, please. Rápido, rápido, so we have some work time. Okay, are we ready? I only have 10 people in. Where's the rest of you? I need 8 more. Come on, y'all. Check the chat. All right, here we go. Give it a try. Dallas, Charlie, Aslan, Akari, Stacy, Lay. I don't see you in the game. All right, good job. All right, let's play again. Let's switch the game. Maybe we can switch the game. Let's do this. All right, here we go. So you guys gotta pay attention. Let me see. Is this gonna work for us? We need to be individual, right? We need to be individual. Let's just try it. Switching game. Isn't live, but we can't do teams. Well, I don't know. Let's try. All right, you guys. When it's your turn, make sure you're answering. When it's your turn, make sure you're answering. Whoa, that was fast. Okay. All right. Good job, you guys. Nicely done. Okay. I want to give you time to do some work. So let's go ahead and back out of that. Okay. Good job. Nicely done. Okie doke. Go ahead and back out. Muy bien. All right. So I want to talk to you real quickly about VHL. Okay, you guys, because it's only 5 after. So I want to talk to you real quickly about VHL. And if you can, it's really, 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 really important that you guys check out my screen. Okay. Now this is a fake student. Okay. So don't worry about that. But it also means that it's not going to be exactly like your screen. Okay. Now here's what's happening. And this is why this is important. When I come over here to overdue, it tells me there's 10 assignments overdue, and then it opens them up. Okay. And that's cool. But there's going to be a level of responsibility on your part, you guys, because, for example, this unidad preliminar was the unit that we did in the first 9 weeks. So if you're missing work in the first 9 weeks, there's no point in doing them now because we can't go back, right? So when you see something that's overdue, it means you're going to need to know like the date, the due date. Okay. So we have been working in unit 1. Okay. So notice this activity here. This says, you guys, that it's due. Okay, y'all see right here? August 15th. That should tell you, okay, I missed my opportunity to get this done. I cannot go back and do that. And here's why I mentioned this, because a lot of you guys are turning in work. I get it, but it's from the first 9 weeks. I can't grade that. So why waste? Why? I don't want you to waste your time. I want you to focus on stuff that counts. Y'all with me on this? Give me a thumbs up if you understand what I mean. Yes? So make sure that when you're going back to do stuff that this says is overdue, please make sure that it's still within the date due, right? Right, you guys? Okay, and one way to know that is if you're in Canvas, it should give you the 9 weeks, the due dates for the 9 weeks, right? So I don't want you to use your time doing something that I can't grade, okay? So in the time that we have left, let's please make sure that we're working in our module, which is Unidad Uno, Mexico, right? We need to, yes, Heaven, we need to make sure that we work from the top down because it builds on each other, right? We don't do random things. And what I put in for today is a comprehension check, right? Some of you guys don't participate in games. Some of you guys don't participate in chat. I don't have a way to know what you know and what you don't. So before you get out of here today, everybody needs to complete this comprehension check. Right? So you're going to click here. You need to make sure it loads as a Google Doc. You're going to make yourself a copy. Okay, so look at my screen. Everybody take a look at my screen. When it comes up, it's going to look like there is no drop. Yeah. So all you have to do is click on what is highlighted. Make your choice. It will change it. Everybody see what just happened? You're going to click on what is highlighted. Okay. And then in the space provided in between each sentence or down at the bottom, either whatever you prefer, I need you to tell me what you think the sentence means. So you're going to translate for me. Right? Again, it's easier if y'all participate in class for me, and that way I have a better idea of feedback instead of dropping out. Otherwise, we have to do things like this so that I know where everybody's at. Okay? So before you leave today, let's complete this comprehension check. When you're done, you're going to need to download it, and then you're going to need to come back to Canvas and upload it here. All right, any questions? No online translator, no none of this, right? No outside resources. I need to know what you know and what you might be having troubles with. All right, any question about what we're doing? I'm going to stop sharing just so I can look at some things. All right, I see Priscilla working, Elizabeth, Kamora, Marilisa. Right? Who else? James, come on. You guys, everybody should be working on this comprehension check activity. And if you need help, you need to let me know. Yes, Maura. So you have to be careful to only click them once. It only allows you, I think, to do once. Stacy, that comprehension check is just posted in Canvas. It's not in VHL. Esposo, spouse. So don't worry about word for word, right? If you're saying his something or her something, right? Her spouse, his spouse. Yeah. Context. All right, Akari, I need to see you. Lay, I need to see you. So I can count you as present. Yeah, unfortunately, you have to be careful how you click on them. Sometimes it'll think that you double clicked and it won't work. If you want, you can probably just type it in right below that. Right? If you go down to that's why there's sort of an empty space in between each sentence. You could type it in below that if those boxes are temperamental. Again, this is just showing me what you know, what you don't. So no Googling. Right, you guys? Yeah, it should be another one. If it doesn't come up with another option, like I said, then maybe just go down to the next line and just type it in what it's supposed to be. It has to be done in Google, right? It can't be a Cami thing or anything. It's got to be done in Google. Okay, let me know if you need help. Don't forget to put in your translation. No Googling, right? It doesn't have to be exactly word for word, right? Just whatever you think the main idea is of each sentence. That's enough. Okay. So would what would be the next sentence? Kamora. Yeah, yo soy amiga de blah blah blah. You have to go down. Yeah. Yep. Yo soy amiga de. That's the next sentence. Soy de España. So when you're finished, you'll need to like download it, and then you go back to Canvas and open the assignment, and then just upload it there. Do you know how to do that? You want me to show you how? If you don't know how, I'll be happy to show you. Okay, do you guys need help with downloading and uploading back into Canvas? Let me know. Okay. All right, let me get here. So if you're having troubles, take a look at my screen. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to come here where it says file, top left, and then download, and then just hit Word. Okay. So file, download, then just hit Word. And then when you come back to Canvas in the module, right, you open the assignment again and you hit upload. I don't know if mine will let me do it in student mode, but let's try again. Okay, so then you hit upload here. Choose a file, Melanie, right? And then whatever it is that you just did, then click on it open. It'll attach and you hit submit. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah? All right. All right, good job, Kimura. So we have about a minute left, so try and finish up. And let me know if you need help with anything. Remember our schedule change, you guys. We actually won't see each other again until Thursday, right? Jueves. Okay, that's our time. Any questions, you guys, before we sign off today? Okay, no. Good job. Nos vemos jueves, right? Keep up the good work, you guys. You're doing a great job. Muchísimas gracias. I appreciate y'all. Okay, adios. Nos vemos jueves. Have a good